Okay, we are going to, here we have about 2.5 liters of quinoa. 2,500 cubic centimeters of quinoa in this jar. It's an approximate jar. Okay, and we will pour the quinoa inside the cranium and then use this container, this measured container, which is more exact. Here we have 1,000 cubic centimeters or 1,000 milliliters if it were water. But okay, we are beginning this operation, pouring the quinoa into the largest skull in the Paracas History Museum in order to determine if it is anomalously large in volume, in cranial capacity. A ver, firma cuánto está entrando más o menos. Yeah. We still have a little bit, about almost half to go. Bien. ¿Tú sabes si este cráneo estaba en periodo cavernas o a ver si se aprieta un poco por aquí. Sí, todavía. We still have a good way to go.
No, tendría que fijarme en su número de registro. En su ficha me tendría que fijar.
A ver, filma cómo está dentro de la quinoa. A ver, todavía se está saliendo un poquito, pero entonces no hay que... Ok, yo creo que sí, ¿no? Quizás un poquitito más.
Por los ojos, sí.
Un poquitito más, maybe. Okay. Okay, so we have basically filled the cranium. There might be a little more capacity left there. And now we're going to use a measuring cup to try to ascertain the right cubic centimeters capacity it has. Yo te digo hasta dónde para medir 1000 exacto, ¿ya? Ya. Espera, vamos un poquitito más. We're almost at 1000 cc, 1000 cubic centimeters. Okay. ¿Filmas al ras? Ya, un poquito más. Ya. Okay, So we are basically at 1000 cc, right? As we can see. And now, firma la operación. I'll transfer this to the original jar in order to continue pouring into the measuring cup the rest of the quinoa. We're losing a few grains here and there. There's always more inside. Sí, ahí tienes bastante más adentro.
Tú, agárralo para tu lado, Diego. Eso. Porque ahí queda todavía.
Así que
Claro, tienes que darle para el lado.
si lo viertes acá y después que caiga, ajá, que se acumule acá atrás y después que caiga.
Ahí.
Ajá. Aprendiendo la técnica. Para la mandíbula.
Queda todavía. No queda. Voltealo más. Ah, sí. Voltealo más. Pero más.
Como si fueras a zambullirse en la piscina.
Perfecto. Porque ahí tiene, ¿no? A ver, perdón. Un poquito.
Ya. A ver, vamos a ver. Let's see how much we have here in this measurement cup. Aquí firma. ¿Ves 300? 300? Okay, 300 milliliters, 300 cc, 300 cubic centimeters, approximately.
Pásame un poco, por favor.
And we should include maybe a tad more because of what we lost. And there might be something remaining inside. So, if we add it up, si lo sumamos, if we add it up from the direct measurement, so we have the two measurements, the complete measurements of the volume here, 1000 cc and about 300 would be approximately like that here. We add it up, here it is. It's 1,300 milliliters or cubic centimeters, in fact, because this is not water. This is a discrepancy with indirect measurements, but the volume measured with the quinoa is more exact. So one possible explanation could be that the skull is very thick. We could feel it in our hands. It's heavier than the previous skull. It's not just larger, but it's much heavier. So perhaps the skull plates are thick and they occupy the interior volume. In our indirect measurement, we got this amount, 1,846 cubic centimeters. And in this measurement, we got approximately 1,300 cubic centimeters. But this is the most exact the more exact measurement. This is the one. Okay, we are going to measure the second cranium, which is the largest cranium in the museum, a second time, because there is a discrepancy between the direct measurement with the quinoa that gave us 1,300 centimeters, cubic centimeters, and indirect measurement that gave us much more. So we go to take the length of this cranium, this skull, between the glabella, right here up front, and the opistocranium, which could be either here in this ridge or perhaps here. Well, according to this measurement, we get 16 centimeters. Mira el compás espesor. Ajá. 16. Yeah. Here's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we get 16. ¿El compás? ¿Estás midiendo el compás? Okay. Well, let's put 16, which is an approximation. 16 centimeters. Okay. Now the width, sigue filmando, between the parietal bones, the thickest part of them, here on the top. Aquí. It gives us 12. ¿Es el 12? 12. Ponle un dedo para que se aclare. Ahí está. Está clara la imagen. Let's consider it a 12, basically. 12 centimeters. It's almost on the line. 12 centimeters width. And the height, which is the most difficult part. Between the bastión, here in the bottom, filma el bastión de este lado. No, filma tú de este lado, que se vea el bastión. Ajá. Básicamente aquí es el bastión, ¿ves? Está clara la imagen, no se ve. Y top of the head, as I used previously when we were successful. Top of the head in this case. And in this case, we also got 16. Multiply the measurements we got this time. 16 times 12 times 17. It's equal to 3,264 divided by 2. It's equal to 1,632 times 1.14. In this case, we got a very large volume with the indirect measurement procedure, and it does not coincide with the 1,300 cubic centimeters that we got with the direct measurement procedure. So I am either taking one of these measurements wrong, perhaps the height is not well taken, because I would have to, in a normal skull, put the tip of the caliper here in this intersection, but I'm putting it further back here. ¿Estás viendo, no? Sí. And it gives us a slightly, maybe a centimeter more or less, maybe half a centimeter more or less between these 2 points. They're almost parallel. They're almost aligned, though. So what is happening here? The true measurement would be the volume, the direct measurement. It's about 1,300 cubic centimeters. One possible explanation is that this person was a thick bone, apunta ahí, person perhaps the thickness of the skull is significant, and it goes into the volume and it takes away from the total volume. Okay, but the main thing is the cubic centimeters that were measured with the quinoa, and these gave still a normal brain capacity within normal human range. Okay. Okay, we are going to measure the brain capacity a second time in order to be sure that we did it well, because there's a discrepancy between the direct and the indirect measurement. So we begin pouring the quinoa inside the completely empty skull. Sacudir un poquito para que entre más. Sí. Ahí entre más. Todavía hay espacio adentro. Sí. Que entre más, porque va, acomodándose hacia ese lado hay espacio. Sí, cuidado. Un poquito más, ya. Más. Un poquito más, si lo puedes. We're almost done. Firme el borde a cómo está. Here we can see that it's almost full. We can maybe put a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, let's measure this, maybe a little more. Let's measure this amount. Okay, moment of truth. Listo. Let's pour it into the measuring cup. Ya, espera para que llegue a 1000 y no se pase. Ok, un poquito más. Yeah. Okay, so this gives us an approximate amount, almost of 1000 cc, un poquito más para que llegue. Okay, let's call this basically 1000 cc. Está filmando aquí. Ya. Let's return this to the jar. And let's finish pouring the rest.
Menos todavía.
Okay. Ok, nos da hasta un poquito menos inclusive. 1200.
Bueno, pero con lo que sea.
¿Está filmando ahí bien?
Sí, sí, sí.
Okay, here we have a result apparently gives us 200 milliliters or 200 cubic centimeters approximately with the quinoa in this measuring cup. Is there anything else left inside? ¿Queda más? ¿Queda un poquito más? Nada. A ver, trate de sacarle aunque sea unos 3 granos. It's basically empty. Okay. Cientos. More or less. And that's it. Let's not kill ourselves trying to find out why there's a little discrepancy here. The point is that we don't have more than the normal human range with a direct measurement. 1000 cc and 200 something cc gives us about 1200 cc. Yeah. That's the brain capacity of this individual. Approximately like that. Not all the way to here or anything like that. Not 2.6 liters, 2.5 liters, not like that. So that's what we got. And this is the largest skull in the museum. Okay, since there's a discrepancy between the measurements, the indirect and the direct measurement, we're going to measure the altitude, the height of the cranium once more. Here on the brecma, firme el brecma arriba. We should be on this point, here where the suture would meet the sagittal suture would meet the other suture here, and the bastion, which would be around here. Okay? Okay. Ahora, firma la distancia, la altura. Here in centimeters, we get 15. Just a tad more than 15, right? There it's 15, and that's how it's aligned with 15. Okay. So it gives us a new measurement. Instead of 16, we get 15. Just a little more, a little less, I'm sorry. Now we will do the multiplication and see what results we get. Tienes tu, ¿cómo se activa esto? 25, 50, ok. 25, 50, ok. Ya. Sí. ¿Cómo es esto? Ya. No. Ya. Okay. 15 times 12 times 17 is equal to 3060, right? 3060 divided by 2, it's 1530. 1530. times 1.14, it's equal to 1744.20 cubic centimeters. So we get a little less. We get like almost 80 cubic centimeters less, almost 100 less. Okay. It gets closer to the direct measurement, which in the second occasion was 1200 cc, and on the first one was about 1300 cc. So the discrepancy is a little less, but there's still a discrepancy. So we are returning this skull, most likely the largest skull in the collection, to its resting place.